vitamin E, exercise. Step 4, DHEA and pregnenolone. Every male should be on DHEA if he has a test done in the morning and it's low. Iota caps, women that develop polycystic ovaries and polycystic organs and breasts, they're all having a deficiency of a ratio of iodide and iodine. And type 2 hypothyroidism is a worldwide epidemic, and it's getting more because of depleted uranium. So I recommend people get things like kelp, and biothyro is one of my best formulas that I recommend. You can do a Broda-Barnes test, which is an underarm temperature, or you can do a body calorimetry, and they have actually machines that will measure your levels of metabolism, and the calorimeter can actually measure how much heat and metabolism you're generating. High ORAC juices, very important. If you don't take good, raw, organic food, you're dying. If you're not putting anything living in your body, you're dying, which is why if you don't have enzymes, they dry these juices at Uri at 68 degrees Fahrenheit, so the enzymes are alive even 2 and 3 years later. The antioxidants and the minerals, there's living biophotonic energy. So if you do a Kirlian photograph of it, you'll see that it's living. As soon as you add healthy, clean water to it, you have a living thing. So I tell people as part of their food supplies, don't just get all dried food and pasta and stuff. You better have some Uri stuff around, because when disaster strikes, just like the ancient Israelites, the very first thing they had when they had their early ceremonies, they call it they'd have a special ceremony when they had the barley green juice that they would make from the rising first shoots of the barley. And that would sustain the people planting the crops in the first part of the ancient Israel and the Middle East. You need a complete chain of antioxidants: alpha-R-lipoic acid, organic germanium, tocotrienols. There's a whole range of them, and I can help you with decisions on that too, because you can either call or drop an email, and I do consult. Immune modulation, the most powerful immune stimulator that I know right now at the least cost is Tiaga, and you can spell it 2 ways. The Tiaga tea that Waywild makes in Utah, Cliff Whitmire, is only $35 for 6 weeks. It is 50 to 100 times stronger than any of the other immune stimulants that I know about, including shiitake mushrooms and other natural killer cell stimulation and the CD4 cell stimulation. And cordyceps sinensis that's already been genetically improved by breeding for Canada RNA. And another very good product for immune modulation is Torax, which is a biophotonic new energy diamino acid called benzoxy-beta-alanine-taurine. And you can get it in liquid or pellets. And what it does is it actually turns off the cytokines that cause cancer, autoimmune diseases, and other conditions by actually switching off the overactive parts of your immune system and turning on the underactive parts. And it's a pretty amazing molecule. So it actually is a scalar signaling, specially designed homeopathic, that's actually designed to send a specific signal to your cells. Scalar physical and spiritual cleansing. Sound health. And we've had Sherry Edwards on the program, and Sherry is an interesting lady. She is like, I try to tease her, I say she's a part dolphin, because she actually can hear frequencies that the dolphins can hear. And a number of us are gifted with all kinds of interesting gifts. When I was younger, I could hear super high frequencies as well, in the 50,000 plus range, which is not normal. I think Sherry goes well beyond that. And what she was able to do is actually hear also low frequencies, so she could actually hear the sounds of people's illness and their problems. And they started looking and realizing when they started doing studies of her, they realized that she actually could, if you want to call it like an intuitive, she could actually tell that all the illnesses were like a harmonic, a sound scale and light scale. And out of that research, they developed sound boxes that can generate frequencies to stop back pain, heal different conditions, and their fractal analysis of your voice print, Fast Fourier, can actually tell you which biomolecules and toxins you have, what personality defects and disorders, that's why certain people may be codependent, and also your spiritual archetypes, and they can even pick up archetypes of let's say a near fracture of a specific limb that'll even show up on the fractal analysis. It might be 30 days hence, which is why I try to tell people that you're a non-local spiritual being, and even in the frequencies of your body, is a reality that's before you and behind you. So our perception of present is just part of the illusion that we live in. And the Accutron light emitted diode color light acupuncture is pretty amazing. It's a new technology that Darren Starwood's developed. He's just been traveling around the world. A new microcurrent scalar therapy. So we'll be developing some new technologies that will be the next generation from the Rife. But of course the government doesn't want you to know these things because they'll say you're treating a medical disease. And it always has this little disclaimer in all the vitamins. This is not designed to prevent or stop any illness. So we were not going to stop any profit flow into the medical system. Do not take this because it's just wasting your money. Of course. We know who controls the medical schools. Whole brain biofeedback. Earth Pulse Press and Lexicor out of Boulder has the best whole brain biofeedback if you want to get both sides of the cortex going. Dynatans, I developed this machine some years ago. We'll be developing a new version based on this. And the BioPro is an interesting thing. You can get pendants that will stop scalar signals from hitting your body, whether it's from microwaves or other things. You can get chips to go in your cell phone, or you'll see on my laptop here I have a chip, a BioPro chip. It doesn't stop the energy. It takes out the sideband scalar frequencies that literally cause crosstalk between your cells. If you don't have these and you're within close proximity to computers or cell phones, you're literally cooking your cells. And a cell phone is actually inducing an enzyme in your brain called ornithine transcarbamylase that generates inducible nitric oxide synthase and actually creates peroxynitrate that cooks your glial cells and makes your brain cells die. So if you're listening to your cell phone with it on the side of your head, you're cooking your little noggin. Don't do it. And we're going to have Dr. Carlo on the show soon, but we have a ton of information. So when they tell you cell phones are safe, the proof in Zurich, Switzerland is it's illegal to sell a cell phone to a child because the side that the cell phone is used has 3 times as high incidence of cochlear, 8th nerve tumors, and leukemia in these children. So when they tell you it's safe, it's because they're making money, and that's cool. And then if you need a consult, this is how to contact me. You can call me at 888-212-8871. And, you know, this is not medical care. It's only informational and educational, but your decisions have to be made with your wellness provider and your doctors, and hopefully this will provide you some options. And I'm trying to teach doctors because what I realized when I was teaching medical students in Colorado, I'd ask them advanced biochemistry, internal metabolism, all kinds of physics. They knew very little. What they knew is they knew enough that when the cheerleaders come bumping in from Big Pharma to tell them the latest drug that will cause somebody else to end up losing the ability to think straight and have erections, that they will sell lots of it. So that's my next talk, and then the big one's coming after that. So if you have any questions, we'll give you a couple minutes, and I need a break because the Energizer Bunny needs to sit down for a minute. Oh, yeah. Cool. By the way, I used